Well, you know, parades are fun for young and old. We traditionally think of the 4th of July parade, but Egg Harbor Village has the Easter egg parade, and I also believe they have a parade that occurs New Year's Day and celebrating in the new year coming in. So here in Door County, there are just ample opportunities to get your fill and fix and satisfaction of parades and all the good things and the kettle corn and the foods and the fine people that go with them.
Well, now you know that Egg Harbor parade, that New Year's Day parade. The way I understand, that started as a bet on New Year's Eve, and the first parade just had 2 people in it.
That's perfect.
That was perfect.
Well, one was dressed as a chicken and the other as an egg, and which came first?
No, I don't believe that was the case, but the way I understand it, that's what. What are you gonna do tomorrow? Let's have a parade. So him and the other.
Well, I guess it's all it takes is 2. If it's 1, you're just strolling.
You're strolling.
If you have 2 people, it could be a parade.
You got a parade, right.
And
so.
Actually, parade originated back in, as far as we know, in Roman days when the troops would be reviewed by the general, by the commanding officer before they go into battle. And it comes from Latin, of course, as we all know, us Irishmen know. And parare, which means to prepare. So the general was checking them out for preparation. Now this
I'll take your word for that.
Oh yeah, it's one Irishman to another.
Yeah,
we
exactly
can
right.
share this blarney here.
Yeah.
We do have some paramilitary or military components, Gary. Of course, we have Door County's finest, the sheriff.
The siren works good, doesn't it?
The siren works well, and the car is kind of quiet.
The
anyway.
car is nice and quiet, but the siren is loud. That's the main thing.
And of course, they help to protect the roads and byways.
And they do an excellent job.
Excellent job.
Absolutely excellent job.
I was in an accident several years ago, and they were so courteous to me. They were just wonderful.
Very, very.
Yeah, great. And here come our honor guard. And is it? Are we looking at the VFW or?
I believe this is the prisoner of war thing. Probably the VFW.
Yeah. We have the prisoner of war flag and the missing in action, which originated after Vietnam War and the American Stars and Stripes. And the gentlemen are carrying that with great honor, and the VFW, as we know, was originated back in 1882 and formally organized in 1889 to help with the soldiers coming back from the Spanish-American War, to give them some representation. And we have some fine restored military vehicles here, Gary. Oh yeah,
Norman there.
Norman Schwarzkopf?
Norm Kino.
Aha.
Norm Kino, good friend of mine. He's from over in Institute, lives over there.
Beautiful vehicle, World War II vintage or Korean. Another fine vintage Jeep, Keaton Rowland. And you know, of course, here's another VFW vehicle.
Hey.
And we know that Jeep stands for General Purpose Vehicle. Some beautiful horses. Is that Wild Bill Hitchcock up there?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, he's not originally from Carlsville, is he?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Beautiful horses, riding them well. We don't see the guys with the shovels coming by.
But you know, he could be from Carlsville if we wanted him.
We want him to be, so yeah.
Exactly.
Or he's at least going there.
Exactly right.
And the beautiful yellow Egg Harbor tanker truck.
We have a great fire department.
Yeah, great individuals, beautiful equipment, great attitudes, and very effective. And
the boys are under battery.
The guys in the junior fire truck, which we saw earlier, and we may be given a tow pretty soon. I think the sirens and horns work on these trucks quite well.
They work really well.
So it looks like a little electric problem. But perhaps it's going to get rolling shortly. There we go.
No,
well,
hey, no.
Well, could be time to tow or time to push. Hold on, guys. Now
Okay,
we're ready.
there we go.
Hold on.
Whoa.
And steer carefully. They
Hey,
weren't
do
planning
what
on
you
that.
have to do.
So this is one of their brush fire implements, Brush Ranger Polaris, and very handy.
Very handy. That's a very handy tool. Yep.
Another pumper truck with a great siren, and some of the volunteer firemen of Egg Harbor. Now, Egg Harbor has a real interesting history. Besides having yoke-colored fire trucks,
Yeah.
Gary, I think they're competing for the microphone.
Yes, we are. And we're losing.
Yeah, we're losing big time. But it's good to lose knowing they're on our side.
They're on our side, yeah.
So Egg Harbor started, there's a lot of legends about how the name... Beautifully equipped and beautifully maintained in memory of Steve Auschwitz. Celebrate at the Town Hall, the UW Band, the Firehouse Tour, food, beer, and live music. Here are the parade marshals, Bob and Doris Spittelmeister. And as they kindly wave, in a very regal fashion to the crowd.
Right.
Fine people they are. Beautifully restored Model A's.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Wow.
They're great cars. I have a picture with my dad had a car like that.
Oh.
It was a black one.
So your dad had one?
Yeah, he had one.
Wow.
Picture of him.
Beautiful
He was about 16
Woody.
or 17, yeah.
Nicely restored. We saw them earlier last week at the plein air exhibit.
Is that a daddy pickup or what?
Ah, isn't that sweet? Meisner's Landscape at Sturgeon Bay. And they're waving, and they're full of hydrangeas ready to deliver. Keep them well watered today.
Yeah.
And a gentleman in his straw hat on a beautiful open phaeton. We've got the typical closed models with the beautiful handles, American flag on the front bumper, and the luggage trunk out back. That's beautifully positioned. We have several Model A's coming through, Gary.
Yeah,
so
these are all Model A's up till this that Dodge truck that's coming.
Yeah. So you have any fun stories in the back seat of a Model A that you can share with the...
Not in the back seat. Hey, I'm not that old.
Okay, I just
But
wondered...
I did do a lot of practice driving in a Model A.
That's good.
Yeah.
And
practice driving.
so Egg Harbor, now that the fire trucks have passed, what are the theories behind the naming of Egg Harbor?
I really there's stories about an egg fight, and I really don't know. I don't know if they're all. They're very likely stories, but they're good stories.
Yeah,
so
they were before your time.
They were way it all happened before my time.
Here's a beautiful Dodge pickup
Yeah,
from
that's a nice old
Bayshore
Dodge pickup.
Properties Association. And a VW. I once had a VW when I lived in England. It was a great car.
A lot of folks had them. The only problem is if you were driving and you were bucking the wind, you could only get them about 40 mile an hour. That's
Right,
open.
and it looks like he's got a little beaver or badger looking out the window. But they claim that. And here's Habitat for Humanity and their float, and another fine service here in Door County to help people get secure homes and safe dwellings for people of need. Well, they claim that there was, I've heard both a fur trader and I've heard some yachtsmen from Green Bay coming up and picnicking along there's pony rides, picnicking along the lake shore, and there were two boats, and one was getting to shore faster than the other, and initially they started yelling at each other, and then one started throwing eggs as a sort of a artillery barrage, and the other threw back, and hence the name, or the eggshell, stuck, and so did the name. Now that is theory. If one looks at a map if one cared to do that, you'd see the shape of the harbor is like an egg.
Right.
So perhaps it's not as colorful a story, but
no. But if you think about it for a few minutes, I'm sure that them fur trappers, the last thing they want to do with them eggs is throw them at the other.
No
fish.
kidding.
They're gonna if they get any extra eggs, you're gonna eat them.
Eat them for sure.
Exactly right. So
there's Lautenbach storage.
storage. He's up the
great
street. He's
unit.
about 2 miles, 3 miles.
And a great name here in Door County.
Also very old name.
Yeah, old name, highly contributive, great business people.
All hard work.
Yeah, hard-working folks.
Hard-working folks.
And we have the parade of dogs, I believe.
Greyhounds must be the Greyhound saving.
Wonderful. Rescuing the dogs from the Greyhounds. Beautiful aerodynamic animals.
And I understand they make very good peps. They're very docile and very
lovely
quiet.
attitudes, beautiful, and we have cool dogs inside, I think, as opposed to hot dogs.
Yeah.
We have a nice dog cooler for the Greyhound in case one gets a little overheated in the parade.
He'd be a little tight fit in there for one of the Greyhounds, I would think. But
Stop the Emerald Ash Borer and Patrick Smith firewood float, and they have their would-be campfire, giving us the message that Wisconsin's certified firewood is the only kind that we should have because of the dreaded ash borer that's in the southern part of our state already and could decimate our woodlands here as well.
I'm really surprised that with all the camping that's up here that there aren't.
Yeah.
There's already.
Yeah, we're very fortunate there, Gary.
Very fortunate. Yeah.
And he even sells heat-treated certified firewood. There we have German Shepherd, the Pet Expressions, which is part of the Door County General Store. And I believe, Gary, they're going to have a special pet contest today for the doggy contest at noon, and they're having the biggest dog, the best trick, the best dress, the best kisser. You might want to go over there and judge that, Gary. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure I'd be the best judge of that.
Well, I don't know. They might judge for you. We might go the other way. But we know the general store has a great supply of pet supplies.
And you know that the only place in the world that you can buy these hats is over here at the Door County General. You realize that?
I'm going to have to stop over there. Yes.
Unique.
And this is Door County Bakery, and they're I think Juan Valdez is on that float. Here's our camel.
Our new parade camel.
And we see this camel around on occasion. Do you know anything about the camel?
I think the original parade camel from 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, I think it kicked the bucket, but I'm not sure. But anyway.
Well, she maintains it well. She's very loving keeper.
Very nice.
Harley the camel.
Harley the camel.
That's right. Rest in peace for Harley. So this is Harley's replacement.
The other one I know is known as the parade camel.
The parade camel.
He was in all the parades.
Yeah, and really adds a lot of color and sort of that exotic taste to the middle of 42 in Carlsville.
I don't know how many communities in Wisconsin actually have parade camels.
No, we're honored to have that. The haunted happenings at Mr. G's to benefit Door Cancer Society, and we have all the Buccaneers up on this great float, this boat that we see in many of the parades here. Dancing, I expect to see Keith Richards up there.
Some more Buccaneers.
More Buccaneers in their drag behind. No, this is just their Corsair, their escort boat.
Escort, exactly right.
Beautiful old Volkswagen rusty trailer cafe for good darn cooking, or barn good cooking.
Yeah.
And we have, I'm not sure who's...
I'm not sure about this either.
The Bay Flyers, but unfortunately, I see. Very nice. What fun. Yeah. Come fly with us. Miss Door County, a beautiful young lady. And very talented and educated, and I'm not aware of her plank on her campaign, but it's Emily Larson. And the Door County ladies have consistently done very well in Miss Wisconsin,
Right.
and it's quite a tribute to them and their managers and to all the people of Door County and the education system here. And the Door County Democrat Party with a guitarist and nice musician. Do you know the gentleman on the float, Gary?
I don't know anything about those folks.
Well, based on his camo shirt, perhaps he's a veteran, and our hat off to him.
If possible.
Nancy for Senate, another Model A with a beautiful trunk.
Nancy for Senate. Nancy. She looks familiar. I can't.
And a colorful hat
Nancy
she has. Floors by Josh, and Josh is another example of hardworking craftsmen here in Door County. The county certainly has more than its share of very talented builders, craftsmen, carpenters, artisans. Wausau Homes, and that's Tracy Construction Company. And their float, on time, firm pricing, your way, Tracy Construction. Now they have a sticker on the side. It says, "I love my builder." We had a house built by a different company that we certainly loved our builder as well. So there's very fine builders in this county of Door.
Good builders.
Yeah,
Very good.
conscientious people.
Yep.
Well, the crowd keeps growing here, Gary, and
Yes.
every variety of means of dress, everywhere from sweatshirts to bare tops to see those 3-string bikinis. Oh, don't look, Gary.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah. It hurts my old eyes.
Don't look. 4-H. We have the 4-H from Country View.
Country View.
Adopt a Highway sponsor, and they've got some beautiful chickens. What kind of chickens besides brown are they?
I don't know. They're brown. Brown and one's gray, but I'm
do
not a
the-
chicken person. So
Do the brown chickens
I know.
lay brown eggs?
I know only thing I really know about chickens is it's deep fried or it's baked. Or
Baked,
roasted.
yeah,
That's the only thing that I really know.
A little rosemary is good.
No,
A little
rosemary's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Exactly right.
And the Maritime Museum that we know and love, one of the
love, yeah.
great features of Door County is the Door County Maritime Museum.
Nice little boat.
I believe Bob Desch is driving, their director, and he's offering a boat for the boat show next weekend that's going to be at the Door County Maritime Museum. And it's they help to preserve the lighthouses of Door County too. A
Right,
fine
right.
organization,
Fine
a place
organization,
that
yep.
all people should visit many times during the year. There's so much to learn there about the maritime history of Door County. Egg Harbor Historical Society, but they're driving a new van. How can that be?
I'm not sure about that.
Dr. Ames, painting history.
Yeah.
He was one of the early doctors in this
Dr.
area.
Ames, I believe so. Yeah. I think he was in Egg Harbor.
Yeah, he was. And there were two, and this guy worked under the original, and they were also farmers, and
Right.
they were
And orchard
orchardmen.
big
Yeah,
orchard.
yeah, and they did some orchard genetics as well,
Right,
if I recall. We have Watch Us Grow, the plant food that I
Plant food,
believe
yeah.
is developed here in Door County, not far away.
It's developed by, I believe the gentleman that's driving, I believe his grandfather developed it.
And do you know the name, Gary?
I can't think of it.
Okay.
I know him, but right now it's gone. I can't.
Yeah,
Now he
all-purpose
lives up
liquor.
here on I.
Yes, I've passed there. Yes.
It used to be just on the north end of Egg Harbor.
And
There's an old putt-putt John Deere.
yeah, is that
Old
a
one
single
when I was a
cylinder
kid.
or
That's
no,
two.
two?
Twin cylinder, both of these. That's the Model A.
Look at
This
the
is a Model
beauties
B.
he's
There's
got
old
on the flatbed.
Two Fortunes, yeah.
Yeah, Clark. Oh, Fortunes from
Old
Ford.
Fortunes.
Yeah, yeah.
Those were used primarily for threshing. They're both on steel, so those were also used in the field.
Ah, got it.
They used them on threshing machines.
Another beautiful John Deere, 1946,
Yeah, both of those John Deeres will be in probably the 40s.
and Ford A. Is that correct?
No,
or
that's an 8N.
N. That's right.
It's an
Okay,
8N.
beautiful.
The 9Ns, why I don't know, but the 9Ns preceded the 8Ns for whatever reason. But Henry Ford, I don't know why he did that for.
He was thinking about it, but he just didn't put it out yet. No.
Now the 9Ns are all gray. They don't have the red engine. These were called red bellies when they come out in the late 50s.
And they help to popularize and make tractors more available to the post-war farmers.
Hitch. They were the first ones with a 3-point hydraulic hitch.
Oh, terrific!
So small tractor could lift the equipment.
Terrific.
Up. You know, it was great improvement.
Now I'm not familiar with
Minneapolis
this.
Moline.
And so made in Minneapolis or
Minneapolis Moline, yeah.
And that was their traditional color, yellow?
No, orange.
Orange, okay.
Yellowish orange, like
that.
Yellowish orange color.
Well, that's a rarity, I would think, huh?
Yes, Minneapolis Moline, I think it's.
What can you tell me if you would like to speculate about?
That looks like an old. I don't know if that's an A. That's not an A, but I don't know, H or G or something like that. I don't know. Not a G. Either.
John Deere, would they use that in orchards? Or?
But this would have been used like a garden tractor.
Oh,
the
really?
The reason that's the space between their front wheels and their back wheels is because that's where cultivators went.
Sure.
There was cultivators down there, and it was used for cultivating corn.
And by the way, you know, Gary, coming up, I believe. In the middle of the 20th of this month, running for 3 days, is the Threshery over near Valmy, and so that's a great event. You can see all these tractors up close.
Yeah. I drove these tractors a lot when my grandfather lived just a mile up the road here.
So how big a farmstead did he have?
He had 120, 160,
and
160. I think he had
so,
40, 80 on each side.
So mostly grain crops, or
yeah, grain and hay. Dairy. It was dairy
for the dairy, yeah.
But he also threshed. He had a big thresh machine, and he traveled around the county threshing.
Oh, that's a great service, huh?
I did. I spent one summer while my uncle, his youngest boy, was in the service. I spent one summer driving the tractor and running the thresh machine for him.
Oh, marvelous!
14, so
we had some
great experience.
Young ladies. We missed.
This the man that runs the big dairy farm, the big dairy farm up on top of the hill.
Beautiful dairy farm that makes some of the best ice cream around.
They do absolutely
homemade
the best
fudge ice cream and pizza as well, located here in Carlsville.
Their caramel
just
cashew
up
ice cream is the best.
We'll have to try some later. And they have a corn maze as the corn develops, and they have. I think Bessie the cow waving out of the top through the corn stalks.
Yeah.
And we have some beautiful little goats on there.
That's his daughter.
Oh, wonderful. So tell me about the days when you used to milk these goats. How little was the stool you sat on?
I'm sorry, but when I was young, there were no goats in Dorking that I know of. There were no goats.
Except that one guy used to sit on the stoop of the bar, right?
Yeah,
that old goat.
But,
and here's a truck. It's a huge operation, and they're very well organized, hardworking people. The homemade ice cream, you must have that in Door County, and Door County coffee as well. And continue down the road. There's Peninsula Winery. There's everything you'd want right in a very short distance here.
Right. And here come the red tractors now. See, shops are red tractor folks.
I see. Okay.
They like red. They don't like green. So it's a red tractor.
Are those?
I can see why. See what happens when you put your chairs out real early. See, your chairs there. So nobody sitting on them anymore. Not all standing.
Good psychology.
In front of them. Right there you go.
And there's the kids trying to rush the tractor for candy, I believe.
Coming for candy, yeah.
Tractor rides.
Man, them are big tractors.
12:30 to 1, and those are Case.
Yeah. Case and International Harvester combined here.
Oh, wonderful!
A while back.
Wonderful. Now, is that a piece of machinery or what?
A piece of machinery.
Oh my God! And with the shop's logo on the side and huge Magnum tractor, something to be admired, and admire the people who drive them and can maintain them as well.
The big difference between this one and that little Ford that's coming along behind, isn't there?
Oh my goodness!
Huh?
Oh. Imagine the fuel this guy drinks.
Fuel, exactly right. But you know, I'm not 100% sure, but you know, by the size of the machinery that they pull, it's probably cheaper to work the field with that.
I'm sure it's all figured out mathematically with today's pharmacists. And we got some great tunes.
Harbor Village Campground.
And they're jiving on there. This is Harbor Village, open to the public. And they're grooving on their hay wagon.
Yep.
Having a good time here in the parade, waving at the folks. And it's happy birthday. Happy birthday to Egg Harbor.
Yep.
Mr. Zahn, our treasurer, and the Republican Party.
The Republican Party. You note that they put the Democrat Party put a whole bunch of big tractors and stuff in between the two. So
yeah, it's probably a good idea based on what we see going on nationally.
See what a bunch of morons, eh?
I heard John Adams actually said something along the line, and this isn't meant in deference to lawyers. He said, if you see an idiot walking alone, you know he's just an idiot. If you see two of them, I'm not going to say what he said it was, but if you see a group of them, you know it's Congress.
It's Congress.
And
exactly.
Perhaps that's the case.
Yeah.
The way they're managing our budget situation, thinking only of their own self-interests and not the American people, it seems.
This guy does a good job right here.
That's good. Is that Gary?
That's Gary, yep. Good job.
Yeah. And his Wisconsin hat. And here comes more candy. And Frank Lassay.
So does Frank Lassay.
Whoa! That's all right. That's all right. Thanks. And we have Sonny's Pizzeria. Sonny's Pizzeria, another hardworking family here in Door County. They also have other restaurants. They deliver. They are very generous to all causes going on in Door County, and a great place to go for lunch.
They make very good pizza.
They're very nice people. And the pride and joy of Door County, this is the Door County Trolley, which, as you know, you'll be able to take rides on all day freely, back and forth between Shops Dairy and Carlsville and the Town Hall and all points in between. And very nice to have them here. They provide great service.
Yes, they do.
You can lease them for parties. There are special events involving the trolley. When they have the Lighthouse Tour, it's a good way to transport around. Portside Builders, another fine builder here in Door County. And the parade just keeps on going here. We have the station of WPFF are the call words. Faith Family Music, 90.5 FM. Ready to blow their speakers out at any moment, I believe. And right behind them, Door County Peninsula Winery, another fine establishment, and Shipwrecked Brewery, which is up in Egg Harbor Village, and Door County Distillery.
Right.
Three great products for those who live here and those who visit. And I liking a little beer once in a while. Their Shipwreck beer is lovely. Followed by their Weber on wheels. I don't know if they're cooking. Boys in camo gear. And Wisconsin's best, the Dog Pound, the Big Dog country music here in Door County. And sometimes I pick them up in the morning. Most enjoyable discussions sometimes. Very lively. And one of the pirates, I think he's trying to make his way to Margaritaville. What do you think? Is this guy a parrot head or what? And, Gary, we have the University of Wisconsin Marching Band.
Look at that guy standing on his head. You gotta be a college student to do that. Stand on your head on this hot paper.
Well, maybe you and I could do it, but we wouldn't get back up.
Exactly right. Oh yeah, okay, no.
Wow, he gets to take a break for a minute. Enthusiastic students. University of Wisconsin Marching Band was formed in 1885 as a military band. We're so lucky to have them here.
There you go, boys.
Actually, this is a small contingent, but it's full of talented brass and great footwork that we see going on as well. You know, they play at all the games. They're in high demand throughout the state.
Right.
They're going to be playing throughout this festival and this celebration.
It's one of the highlights of going to a Badger game.
That's right. That's right. It enlivens a crowd.
Right.
Their leader is just a phenomenal man. They put on other private performances. They love to do the chicken dance, the beer barrel polka, tequila, hey baby. Another Door County trolley. And their new director is Mike Lacrone, and a mighty fine job he's doing. The students who belong to this must be of top academic standing, and certainly they audition, and they're some of the finest musicians at the school.
Tail end Charlie here coming, right?
Yeah, we're bringing up the rear.
Yeah.
And they got the big double wagon up there with looks like some glow lights on it and maybe some plumbing, Gary. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I know, it looks an awful lot like the old bathroom over here at Crowsville years ago. On the side. They would need to put a funnel on that. White spout.
Where will it go? Where will it go?
Yeah,
Keep the road.
Yeah.
That's a great story, and I'll remember it forever. So ends another fine parade here in Carlsville, celebrating the sesquicentennial of the town of Egg Harbor. Attended by many, many enthusiastic people from all around, and locals, and people enjoying themselves and participating and giving back to the community in an entertaining and sharing fashion. And Gary, it's been a pleasure co-hosting this with you, and a pleasure meeting you, and hope we have many other good stories together.
Good, thank you. Same to me. Yeah,
Thanks.
it was a pleasure being here.